Hello, Kentucky. The Wildcats program is furious. Who will land on this team? Shelton Henderson's name is hot right now. Will he land on this team? Let's evaluate 3 conditions, because he should land on the Cats. The third one you'll want to know. Let's go! The movement in the college basketball scene never stops, and the Kentucky Wildcats are once again in the spotlight as they try to secure one of the most coveted names in the game today, Shelton Henderson. With the 5-star player's abrupt release from Duke, Coach Mark Pope and his staff have a unique opportunity to bring an extraordinary talent to Lexington. Although the competition is fierce, with programs like Miami, Texas A&M, and North Carolina also in the running, there are at least 3 compelling reasons why Henderson should sign with Kentucky. First, the Wildcats' tradition of excellence in player development is undeniable. Over the years, Kentucky has established itself as a factory for talent ready for the next level, especially the NBA. Under the leadership of Mark Pope, who has demonstrated his ability to mold competitive and adaptable teams, the program continues to be a benchmark in college basketball. For a player like Henderson, who is looking to maximize his potential both in college and in his future professional career, there is no better environment. Kentucky's dynamic system of play and emphasis on preparing athletes to handle the pressures of high-level play are hallmarks. In addition, Alvin Brooks III, an assistant coach for the Wildcats with extensive connections in Texas, Henderson's home state, could be a key factor in building a trusting relationship with the young forward. Second, the visibility Kentucky provides is unmatched. Playing at Rupp Arena in front of passionate crowds and under the spotlight of one of the largest fan bases in the country provides the perfect platform for Henderson to further increase his national recognition. The media exposure generated by the Wildcats is a natural springboard for players who want to stand out on NBA prospect lists. In addition, the university's marketing and communication structure ensures that each great performance is widely publicized, creating positive narratives that can directly influence the perception of professional recruiters. For an ambitious athlete like Henderson, being at Kentucky means having the chance to turn his performances into headlines and earn a place in the conversations about the next basketball stars. The current moment of the program makes this decision even more strategic. After a few seasons of transition, Mark Pope is restructuring Kentucky to regain its position among the giants of the sport. Signing with the Wildcats now would be joining a project on the rise, where Henderson would have the opportunity to be a key player in rebuilding this winning machine. His arrival could symbolize a new chapter for the team, offering the player a leading role and responsibility from the beginning. Additionally, the combination of talent already on the roster and Pope's expertise in creating creativity on the court could result in a cohesive and competitive team ready to compete for titles next season. As Shelton Henderson's final decision nears, it's clear that Kentucky offers not only an opportunity to play for one of the most storied programs in the country, but also an ideal platform to build his brand and develop his skills to the fullest. Let's get going. Ryland Griffin is a big name to consider too. Let's get to it. Kansas transfer guard Ryland Griffin, who has scheduled a visit to Kentucky's campus, is a big deal. Griffin's arrival in Lexington isn't just another move on the transfer market. It's an opportunity for Pope and his coaching staff to find the piece that can elevate the Wildcats, bringing versatility, accuracy, and experience to a roster that's still in development. Griffin, a Texan from Dallas, has a resume that combines potential and resilience. His journey began at Alabama, where he shined under Nate Oates, before spending a more challenging season at Kansas. Despite a dip in performance in Lawrence, where the Jayhawks struggled collectively, Griffin shot a solid 35% from 3 throughout, his college career peaking at nearly 40% in his final season with the Crimson Tide in 2023-24. That number isn't just a statistic. It's an indication that Griffin could be the solution to one of the most glaring weaknesses of Kentucky's current roster, its lack of consistency in long-range shooting. Mark Pope, known for his strategic approach and for building teams that combine defensive intensity with offensive efficiency, has a golden opportunity here to add a player who has proven himself capable of torching opposing defenses with three-pointers. Griffin's first major strength is undoubtedly his ability as a perimeter shooter. In a sport where the three-point line has become a nearly mandatory weapon, having a player with the ability to convert long-range shots with regularity is a plus. His nearly 40% season at Alabama wasn't a fluke. It was the result of a combination of sharp mechanics, game reading, and the confidence to take shots in key moments. For Kentucky, which still feels the absence of a reliable shooter after losing the likes of Lamar Wilkerson to Indiana, Griffin represents a chance to fill that void with a player who has faced top-notch defenses in the SEC and Big 12. Pope, who values fluid offensive systems, could exploit Griffin's ability to space the floor, creating opportunities not only for himself, but also for teammates who would benefit from a stretched defense. Additionally, Griffin brings a versatility that makes him even more appealing. He's not just a classic point guard. His height and wingspan allow him to play multiple positions, offering tactical flexibility. That's the second strength that makes him an ideal fit for Pope's scheme. At Kentucky, where defensive intensity is a hallmark, Griffin can be used both as a playmaker on offense and as a defender capable of pressuring opponents on the perimeter. His experience at elite programs like Alabama and Kansas has prepared him to handle the pressure of playing on a stage like Kentucky, where every game is a spectacle and every mistake is dissected by the passionate BBN. Griffin's third strength is his experience in high-competition settings, an attribute that cannot be underestimated. In the eyes of Mark Pope, who is building a roster to compete not only in the conference, but also in the NCAA tournament, Griffin's background is an asset. He has faced the rigors of the SEC, one of the most physical and tactical conferences in college basketball, and has played for a program like Kansas, where the expectation of winning is constant. Even in a difficult season with the Jayhawks, Griffin showed resilience, remaining a relevant piece on a team that struggled to find consistency. This maturity, acquired in just 3 college seasons, suggests that he is ready to assume a leadership role at Kentucky, whether as a starter or as a sixth man who changes the pace of games. For Pope, who needs players who are ready to contribute, Griffin is a low-risk, high-reward bet. So why should Mark Pope sign Ryland Griffin? The answer lies in the combination of need and opportunity. Kentucky, despite its recent moves in the transfer market, still lacks a reliable shooter, and Griffin has already shown that he can deliver in that regard. Do we want to see him at Kentucky? I look forward to hearing from you. Comment below.